Hey everyone, welcome to a new edition of After the Hunt. You guys see me go through 1,000 singles every single week, and at the end of that hunt, well, what do I do with the ones that I pulled? Well, what I do is I've got this little Christmas box here that just happens to fit notes almost perfectly. So all of my finds go into this box here. Now, once this box is full, like you can see, it's pretty full, then I will do a segment of After the Hunt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these notes. I'm going to pull out anything that's written on torn, just completely trashed. Go over to see which stuff I'm going to keep. I'm going to sort this stuff back into my regular collection, and I'll show you guys what I do there, as well as looking up all of the star notes. And I know that's a big thing for a lot of you guys, so I'll make sure to do that on here, because the way that I check my star notes, it's going to save you guys a lot of time, so you'll probably appreciate that. All right, I've already gone through all this stuff. I've already organized it, so let's take a quick peek at what we got here. This first section is all stars, and let me just pull out all of that because I don't want to do that first. I want to do that last, so I think these are literally backwards. All right, so let me take those out. Those are stars. Yeah, those are stars. Those are all stars. All right, let me set this off to the side because we're going to go through those individually. One of the things I want to point out is this represents roughly 50,000 notes sorted, okay? And of those 50,000 notes, there were 646 notes in this box. That's just slightly over 1% of all the notes that I sorted. And that should tell you something. In some of my videos, I talk about notes that aren't really that collectible and why I don't pull them. Well, just as an example, I pulled 646 notes out of 50,000. If I was to collect, say, bookends, for instance, where you've got, I'll just grab this note here, where I've got 00 to start with, and I'd have 00 at the end. If I was to save bookends, that's a 1 in 100 situation there. That means for every 100 notes I find, I'd find one of these, which means if I save bookends, I'd have another box this big of all bookends. Okay, so when you look at this and my stars, I'd have that many bookends sitting next to this group. And like I said, that's $600. I'm not going to pull $600 worth of bookends that aren't worth anything additional, because it's silly. It's so many different things to have to save like that. So yeah, 1% of the stuff that I save, 1 in 100. In other words, when you look up at my currency collection and find a note that's 99% collectible because it adds up to 14 or something weird like that, that's what it looks like for me. This is 99, this is the top 1%. So this is what the 99th percentile looks like when I go through 50,000 notes. And like I said, the vast majority of the notes that come up as 99% aren't in here because they just aren't worth saving. All right, those were all stars. We're going to get to those. Of the 646 notes, let's see what's next in here. These were Trinarys. Okay, and where do these go to? I'm not going to go through every single note in this book, don't worry. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I did with each group of notes. Okay, these are all my Trinarys. And what I did was I put them all in numerical order, which may seem crazy to some of you guys, but yeah, I put them all in numerical order. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these in with my current notes. And of my Trinarys here, I pulled out 112 Trinarys, 23. These 23 here, these were pretty much junk. These were pretty much either written on, heavily creased, something like that. So these are going to go back into circulation. I already checked those as far as the stuff that's in my book, and there are no duplicates here, so I can, this one's actually pretty good, but yeah, it's a newer note and it's got heavy creases. But a lot of this stuff, this note, I just can't even get it to stay straight. A lot of this stuff has got writing on it, or for one reason or another, I'm not saving it. So a lot of this is just cull, you know, very, very damaged notes. So yeah, I'm going to send all these back. But what am I going to do with these? Like I said, I put these in order already. And let me slide this out of the way. We'll show you what I got here. This is how I organize my stuff. I have a shoebox. And this particular shoebox, you can see Trinarys. So all of these are the Trinarys that I've kept so far. And that's what, 1, 2, 3, 400 Trinarys or so. These are all in order. And what I will do is I will take my new Trinarys and I will insert these, hoping that I can match a pair. Now, I already checked, and none of these are matching pairs. I have found one, and what I mean by matching pairs is, of course, a serial number that's completely identical. The odds of finding two serial numbers that are identical are, well, there's 96 million different numbers, so 1 in 96 million. But by saving Trinarys, now I've limited the number of notes that I am searching. It's also why I do quads. So obviously not every note is a quad, not every note is a trinary. I've reduced my total number of notes that I'm looking for, so it makes it that much more likely that I will find it. And I did find one pair already. I showed that in my last hunt, so you can look back at that one. Anyway, these are already in order, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to put those in with those. Now, what is the next group? I think the next group is going to be quads, and you can see here quads. I've got a good 300 or 400 of those right there. These are all quads. Let's take a peek at the box and see what we got here. Yep, I see quads. There's quad zeros. So let's see where these are. There we go. So for my quads, what I do is I don't put these in numerical order. Well, first of all, I culled that many. Let me give you some numbers. For quads, I found 90, and there are 17 of them that are junk. And you can just see on the back, this is just a trash note. You can see there's ink on this particular one. Yeah, just not in the greatest of shape. These here are pretty raggy, not in the best. So these are also going away. But for the rest of them, I put these in order in an interesting way. The first group is going to be all zeros. Now, I start off with any note that would be 0, 0, 0, 0, and then I put the rest of it in numerical order. And then after that, then I'll start with a digit. Well, this is a poor example because I've got so few that are 0, 0, 0, 0. So let me scoot down a little ways to the ones, and it'll make more sense that way. Okay, here are the ones. So it starts off with quad ones, and then I put it in numerical order. Quad ones, see this is 3931. Well, this is 6949, so that's obviously higher than this one. And then I will do the next section where it would be one digit and then quads. I didn't have any of those here, so now I've got 2 digits and then quads, and those will be in order. So that one starts 24, 56. Then I'll do 3 digits and quads. So that's 179, 417, 490, 526, and so on down the line until I get to quads at the end. Then I'll put them in order by the first 4 numbers. So there's 4852, 4862, 8805. So you can see they are in some type of numerical order. And then I start off again with 2s. There's quad 2s to start with, and 1257, quad 2s to start with. The 4170 is a higher number. And that's how I put all of these in order for my quads. Is it a weird way to do it? Yeah, probably. But since I tend to stack my quads in the order of the actual number that is 4 of a kind, that's the way I sort them. So these, like I said, are going to go in here. These are all quads here, and I already checked. There were no matches in this bundle, but still, now I've got a project of mixing those in. One of these days, I'm going to do a video on the birthday paradox. The birthday paradox explains in pretty good detail why I save those specific things and how much it improves the odds. Okay, the next group of stuff that I have, let's see what these are here. That's that, and what are these facing the other way? I think this is going to be it here. These are alternators. You can see, let's see, no, yeah, 57475757. It's an alternator. Oh, these were the miscellaneous notes. I called these interesting notes, and I want to see why I separated them here. All right, we'll leave those over there for now. Okay. Now, I've got alternators. What do I have here? 8 alternators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 alternators in that group. I put down interesting notes. This is a high number. Remember, 96000 is the highest number you can have, and this is 9599, and this one also is 9599. So these are 2 really high numbers. This one's just a downward ladder, so to speak, 443321110. Don't think it's worth anything, but I think it's neat, so I'm going to put it in my interesting pile. Like I said, collect what you like. Just understand the value. I don't think there's any additional value, but I think it's neat, so I'm going to hold on to it. Here's 4 pairs, 11446611, so that's kind of cool. Another 4 pairs there, 88119933. Once again, I don't think there's a whole lot of value there, but I think it's cool. And this was interesting because it's a false error. I remember when I found this one. This is just a damaged note, but it gives the impression that it's been double printed. You can even see a serial number here. This note was simply folded in half, it got wet, and then probably run over a few times to make the ink transfer while it was wet. People will see this and claim that they've got a 1 in a billion note. No, it's just a damaged note, but that's why I wanted to keep it as an example of that. I've got a couple notes that are just the most hideous notes I've ever found in circulation. This one and this one. In fact, this one's so bad the paper is separating. I remember seeing a video about that. And this one, what year is it? Oh, 1977, so that's pretty old. What else do I got? Then I've got notes that have different types of stamps on them. And I decided I'm going to start saving these just because I get to see all kinds of them. And, well, it's kind of neat just to see the kind of things that people stamp on notes and write on notes. So I decided I'm going to keep those. Then what do I have? These are birthday notes. 1917, you can see the date there. Now for birthday notes, I ended up with 20 of these. So I pulled all these, and I've shown them, of course, when I found them initially. So I will put these in my group with all my other birthday notes. And these I'm going to put in order by the actual date, just to make it a little easier to look through them. Yeah, those are all birthdays. Okay, so that's what I called my interesting finds. What were these? Oh, okay, these I had turned around the other direction. These are my 5-of-a-kinds. Where do I have 5-of-a-kind? Right here. Found 8 5-of-a-kinds. No 6-of-a-kinds this time, but yeah, I found 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 6s. So yeah, those were also notes that I just put down in the interesting section. So those are going to get sorted, and let's see, where do those go? Move this out of the way. I have yet another box. This box starts off with alternators. So this first section, about 100 in there. Birthday notes right here, just short of 200, I'd say. I've got binaries in here, not many, because most of my binaries I put in sleeves. Interesting notes, well, like I said, most of those are going to go in here. And then all of those are star notes that fill out this shoebox. So there's 1,000 star notes there. But we'll get back to those in a second. All right. So then what else is in here? Well, let's see. How far does this go? I think it goes to here. Okay. These are my old notes. My old notes, you can see starting with 1963. I put these in order by year, and each year I put in order by Federal Reserve. And there's a good 200 or so of these, I think. Yeah, that's pretty easy to figure. Now, of my old notes, 6 of them were from the 60s. I had 7 from the 70s. I had 29 from the 80s, 108 from the 90s. And I even pulled 3 from the 2000s. But yeah, that's all that stuff there. Just all kinds of different notes that are in here. Every one of these, of course, had their day in the sun. I went through all these, and I did pull out the ones that I need for my binder. Now, I talk about my binder quite a bit, and I never really show it. I'm going to bring it up just for a minute here, but I'm not really going to go through it too much because it's kind of unwielding. Let's see, I didn't even check it on the camera, but yeah, giant binder. Let's see how thick that is. And yeah, there's actually 4 notes per page. I just can't get the whole thing in here. Let me scoot this back just a touch. Maybe I can get them in there. But yeah, I start off with the newest notes. So as new series come out, I can just add more pages. And it goes all the way back to 1963. But yeah, I've got a couple. I've got some holes in there, but some of the holes are also notes that just weren't printed. I just left a spot because it was much easier to do that way. So when I tell you guys that I'm going through to check stuff in my book, this is my book. And yeah, it's 1 note from each series and each Federal Reserve. And then with the newer notes, also 1 note from Fort Worth and 1 note from Washington. So I knock out both of those. Let me just take a peek at the next batch of stuff. If I remember right, those were called notes. Of my old notes, these were the old notes here. Most of these here are 99 through 2001, and these are pretty much trash. You can see they've got some kind of stain on them. No paper quality left at all in these. These are just really junk. Hard to fan through because they're just falling apart. So these are all getting sent back in circulation, so I will add those over there. But all these are going to either fill holes or upgrade the current notes that I've got in my binder. And I've got, 81, another 81, 88. I think these were filling holes. I think this was an upgrade. Crisp 88, yep, 88A. So I filled quite a few holes, and I've got quite a few upgrades in my book. So I was pretty happy about that. How many were there? I didn't even count them. 1, 2. I'm not going to go through them because I don't want to damage them any further. But yeah, there's my stack. That's about 20 notes. So I've got 20 holes that I'm filling, or at least 20 that are going to be upgraded. So that was kind of cool. All right, so let me put those back in there. And now let's get to the stuff that you guys really want to see. Let me see here. These are my stars. And the first thing I did with my stars is I put them in order by year and by Federal Reserve. So you'll notice the very first star is 1981A star. Yeah, that was one of the oldest stars that I found, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, they're all in order by year and by Federal Reserve, and I really recommend doing that because that makes the next part so easy. Okay. The other thing I did is I culled my stars. There are 50 notes here. Every one of these is a star note. Every one of these is fairly damaged in one way or the other. Some are better than others, but for the most part, these are going back in circulation. They've got inking on them. They're either torn. Some of them are just really rough like this. Yeah, so a lot of these are just really, really rough. So I think instead of putting these back in circulation, I'm going to put these up on eBay. And I'm actually going to do this in an auction format. But I'll get more. I'll talk about that in a little bit. Right now, we're going to find out if there is anything rare in this stack. So let's pull out the computer and see what we've got. Now, this should not take very long at all, and it's why I do it the way that I do it. Okay, I am at mycurrencycollection.com. Now, you can go to this section right here that says Look Up Star Notes. Now, it'll tell you to type in your star note. Do you really think I'm going to sit here and type in all of those? How long would that take to type in that many star notes? How many are here anyway? Where's my paper? I have 191 star notes. That's 191 star notes. Well, it's not because I pulled 50. So this is 141 star notes. You know how long it would take me to type in all of those numbers 141 times? That's crazy. Don't do that. If you have one note, yeah, go ahead and type it in. But what I do is I go right here to production tables and I click on that. And then I close the ad. And then here are the star note tables. Now, I'm looking at $1 bills, so I'm going to go to all of the $1 bills. And I have to move my legs real quick. Oh. All right. So this is the complete table of all $1 star notes. So let me get comfortable here, and we're going to knock this stuff out real quick. Now, I put these in order based on year-end Federal Reserve. And I've got them in reverse order. So I've got the oldest ones first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see here. Let's do it from the top. Let's just do it from the top. Series 2017A. So if I go to the back, let me find my 2017As. Not many. Those are 2017. Do I not have any 2017As? What did I do with them? Oh, I put them here. Okay. Yeah, I'm so organized. Okay, let's see what we got here. How did my 2017s and 2017As get screwed up? I think they are mixed in. All right, here they are. Those are 2017A. Yeah, nothing like doing this live. I mixed in my 2017As. That's funny. All right, well. How do I have these? All right. Anyway, once you put these in order, then all you have to do is simply scroll through the list. And I thought I put these in order. How did I screw that up? All right, that's the old one that doesn't count. Yeah, these are all in order. All right, so we will go from the bottom up. Here is 1999, so let's scroll all the way down and then work our way back up. $19.99 stars. Okay, first one's an E, so you're just going to look to see for E right here. You're looking at the serial number 032 to 038, and nope, that's not a rare. Now I'm going to 2001. It's 2001 F. There can be a really low number, 003, and this is 09, so that's not going to cut it. Oh, wait. 096. That's 098. So this one is actually 1 out of 64,000 right there. So that's a find. But anyway, once you start going through these, you can knock out 100 notes. Once you put them in order, you can knock out 100 notes in like 5 minutes time. And since some of these weren't quite in order, I'm not gonna waste your guys' time by trying to go through those. I thought I set them in there, but apparently when I was switching stuff around, I took them out of order. But yeah, I already have one find right there. So after the video, I'll come back and write in which notes that I had found. All right, but the thing is, what am I doing with all of these? These were my 50 culled star notes. Okay, I went through these real quick to see if there, just to make sure there wasn't anything that was one of 25,000, because I am just going to get rid of these. I was going to put these back in circulation, but I figured what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on eBay, and I'm just going to let you guys bid on them if you want them. If anybody wants them, great. If nobody wants them, then I'll take them down and just turn them back into the bank. But they are 50-star notes, and they are, you know, they have writing. Some are torn, some are just not in the greatest of shape. But when I went through, I did find, I think there was 3 notes that were 1 in 640,000. So there are some rares in here, and yeah, I'm just kind of going through these a little bit just so you can, you know, if you want to pause any of this stuff and check a serial number out yourself, go for it. But this one's got torn and it's got tape. Yeah, these are all pretty rough, but some people like collecting star notes in general, and I can't imagine these selling for much. And that's got writing on it there. That's got writing. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start these out at, well, what's it going to cost me to ship? It's probably going to cost about $6 to ship these. eBay is going to take their 10%. So there's $50 here, 10% of that's $55, plus $6 to ship is $61. So I'm going to start the bidding on these at $61. And whoever's the highest bidder can have it. Because like I said, I'm not trying to make any money on it. But, you know, if you guys are interested, you guys can have it. These, like I said, all the calls. So those are going to go up on eBay. They'll be up on eBay before this video is released. So I should be able to put a link down below. Should. Otherwise, if I fail to put the link in there, what I want to do is go to ebay.com and in the search section type in Stu Pluback and you'll find my welcome mat. It's my Gen X link. You can click on my welcome mat and then view sellers' other items and you'll see all my stuff. So that's how I skirted the inability to put up links. But I think I can put the link in now, so I'm going to do that. All right, guys. So that's what I do after the hunt. A lot of people wonder, well, you've got all these notes. What now? Well, that's my sorting method. So, yeah, it is a little chaotic. And... well, I wouldn't call it chaotic. There is everything in its place, and within a few minutes, I can find any type of note that I am looking for. All right, guys, that's what I've got for you this week. If you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Love reading your comments. Have fun on eBay with the star strap here, 50 notes, and I'll see you next time.